Good evening, everyone, friends and family. Thank you all for attending tonight's event. My name is Kiari Neal, and I'm a 2017 alumna of the CYDL Summer Legal Fellowship Program. Thank you. After completing this program, I then went on to attend UCLA for 4 years. Go Bruins! And today I stand here before you as a current second-year law student here at Berkeley Law. Thank you. And I'm also a fellow board member of our CYDL board. So, thank you. You don't have to clap. Thank you all. So this event continues to be one of my favorites every single summer. I had the chance to serve as a guest speaker this summer for the 5th summer in a row. So I'm very happy to welcome you all and to congratulate this year's cohort on all of your great accomplishments. This year, the students absolutely wowed me. You are such a bright, daring, and determined bunch of future change makers, and I can't wait to see all the places you'll go. One thing I would like to highlight from this year's cohort is that after speaking with these students, I've already received a handful of mentorship inquiries and emails. And when I tell you the level of poise and professionalism that spoke through these emails completely just wowed me. I don't think I could have that at that age. So I say that all to say that CYDL is a family, and this is truly a village of supporters and change makers that are pouring into all of our youth. A little over 5 years ago, I was literally in these student seats trying to understand how to navigate my life as a first-generation college student, first-generation college grad, first-generation law student. And I would not be standing here without the mentorship from Nancy and our CYDL family. So I say all that to say I am because we are. And so this year's CYDL class, I am so incredibly proud of each and every one of you. You are all so gifted, and congratulations to being promoted to alumni status. Now, before I end, we'd like to give special appreciation to some extremely generous annual donors to our program. Stan and Mary Friedman, Natalie Friedman and Harrison Pollock, Greg Smith Charitable Fund, Bernard E. and Alba Whitkin Charitable Foundation, and a special shout out to Stan and Mary Friedman and the Whitkin Charitable Foundation for being generous supporters for the entire 26 years of CYDL's existence. We also thank all of our supporters and volunteers. There are too many for me to name all of them now, but they are listed in the graduation program for your reference. And our program would not exist without you in these seats. Now, I would like to introduce my dear friend, Armand Lee, who will serve as our leader of ceremonies tonight. Armand participated in the Summer Legal Fellowship Program back in 2013. Since then, he has earned his bachelor's degree, also from UCLA. Go Bruins! And he currently works as the Senior Director of Restoring Neighborhoods at the Richmond Community Foundation. We are extremely fortunate that he also makes time to work and volunteer for CYDL. And I am also honored to share that he will begin law school this fall at UC Davis Law. So please, everyone give a round of applause for my friend and our CYDL family, Armand.
All right, good evening, everybody. Now, I'm a person that believes in soul and spirit, and y'all can't give me that dry old good evening, so I'm gonna need y'all to say it back to me like you mean it, all right? Good evening, everybody. All right, there we go. I need y'all to talk back to me so I can feel your energy. I'm a little bit sleepy, so I need y'all to work with me, okay? So as Kiari mentioned, I was a 2013 alum of this program, the Center for Youth Development Through Law and the Summer Legal Fellowship Program. And it is something because I'll say that ever since I was a little kid, I knew I wanted to be a lawyer. I knew I wanted to be an attorney, but this program helped me to actualize that. It helped me to realize that, that dream, that goal is tangible. Um, Before this program, I had never stepped foot on a campus of higher education, but when I was a child, I would visit my daddy in San Quentin prison, right? And so there's systems, right, that would make sure that we don't reach certain places, that we don't do certain things, that we don't attain certain goals. And so I realized that, and I said, ain't nobody stopping me. And so I thank Nancy for allowing me to be a part of this program, and we've been locked in ever since. True story. And so if I could just give y'all just a few words of inspiration before we get into the program, and really it's just 3 words, and that really is stay the course. Each and every one of us in this room have our own course, our own path to life, our own way, our own end, our own destiny. But what I want us to make sure that while we're on our course, that the end really is that we all live a life of equity, of justice, of freedom, of equality. And so, yes, some of you might have done this program and realized, yeah, this law thing ain't gonna work out for me. Maybe I wanna go into nursing school, or maybe I wanna go be an accountant. Whether you're in the nursing field, the medical field, whether you're counting people's money, just make sure that you do it righteously. Make sure you do these things in the name of justice. And if I can also give a piece of advice to the graduating class of this cohort is to stay locked in. It's going to be a little bit difficult kind of navigating college and life. And so these folks here have the proven tools and resources because you got into this program and you made it through this program. So just make sure y'all keep in touch with each other and check in on each other and stay locked in that regard. So enough about me. And I want to welcome you all to the graduation ceremony of the class of 2025 Summer Legal Fellowship Program. Yep. And if all the students, if you can just wave your hand, all the students wave your hand. Yes, we're celebrating you today. So let's give a big round of applause and some woos for our students. Yeah. We do have some folks joining us on Zoom. So everybody, I don't know if they can see us, but just wave. Wave to the folks on Zoom. All right. So now some of the program graduates will thank some of our instructors on behalf of all of the students. So if that is your role, I'll ask that you come at this time and give your presentations.
So we make this letter and a card of appreciation for Miss Ayesha. She was our mock trial teacher, and personally for me, she has been such inspiration. Prior to this program, I had no intention of pursuing anything legal related. I wasn't interested in this field, and her being my mock trial teacher really made me want to pursue a higher education in law, and because of her, I really do think it's possible for me to go to law school, especially here at UC Berkeley.
Hello, everyone. We made this card for Miss Tatiana, and no shade to any of the other teachers, but personally, she was my favorite one. She was just a blast talking to, even though, unfortunately, I didn't get to have as many conversations as I would like with her. It's just every single one of them felt so special. And the activities she would have us do and the conversations she would have around how a society views race, gender, how just we are as minorities, it was so like thought provoking and inspiring. And I love conversations like that. And having them with her, because she's so knowledgeable, just like it was like rocking her brain, asking her questions, everything like that. It's just it was a pleasure to do that with her. So I want to thank her for giving her time and energy into us as students and us in as the program.
Hello, everyone. So we signed up this card for Miss Lindo. She's over there. So I have stuff to say to her. So personally, I did not get enough time to talk to you, but I personally enjoy our little conversations. We were laughing and stuff like that, not taking seriously, which I truly appreciate that. But I just want to say thank you for this summer and thank you for helping us.
This card is for Mr. Pritchard, our race and constitution teacher. Pritchard is, he's honestly a great teacher. He definitely lifted all of our spirits with his jokes and our conversations in class. And I just want to thank him for being so understanding and really helping us understand, how the past really is just repeating itself in our current events. And I really enjoy talking about what is going on in our lives and how everything relates to us personally. I feel like he made us think about how these things that are happening, it affects us as much as it affects anybody else. And I would really like to thank him for that. So.
All right. What would we do without teachers, right? And so at this time, I'm pleased to invite one of the program graduates. Uh, so forgive me if I mispronounce your names, all right? Is it Millie Finesse? All right, come on, Millie. She's going to introduce our keynote speaker.
Good evening, CDYL family. My name is Emilion Finesse, and tonight we will be hear from a hero, an individual of the highest integrity, and someone the New York Times will one day celebrate as one of the best this nation has to offer. But enough about me. Tonight, I am so pleased to introduce our keynote speaker, Charles Smiley. He is a judge on the Court of Appeal in San Francisco. He's a lecturer at UC Berkeley Law School, and he is a member of the CDYL board who recently bragged he has Coach Steve Kerr's telephone number in his cell phone. But because he was too afraid to call Coach Kerr to be our keynote speaker, we made him do it. Actually, Judge Smiley was chosen to give this speech because he is brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and kind, and popular, and interesting. Also, he's a great judge. Did I say he was brilliant? All right. Although unconfirmed, Judge Smiley repeated a rumor that a famous former president wanted him to serve in his administration. This president, Barack Obama, reportedly has signed a photograph of Judge Smiley hanging on the wall of his home in Hawaii in a guest bathroom. We have since learned that Judge Smiley started this rumor. Okay, the Obama stuff may not be 100% accurate. What is true, however, is that Judge Smiley wrote this introduction himself and handed it to me moments ago, giving me absolutely no time to fact-check his claims or edit his self-praise. Right. Judge Smiley could be doing a million things tonight, playing Call of Duty on his PlayStation, going down a social media rabbit hole for hours, or eating his wife's delicious cooking. She is here tonight. I think that line is for her. But Judge Smiley is here with us, and like it or not, we will sit through whatever he has to say for the next 10 or so minutes. I will mention that in the past, Judge Smiley's legal career involved work as a criminal defense lawyer, as a court commissioner, and as a judge for the Alameda County Superior Court. He is a product of the University of California Educational System and its work-study program. Did I forget to mention he's a great judge? All right. Please welcome Judge Charles Smiley.
great job. I write lines for you any day. So greetings, everybody. Judges have to respond to ethics concerns. There are a couple disclosures before I begin my remarks. The first is, I'm not here to ask anybody for anything. Judges can't accept gifts. So even if Steve Kerr was present and offered me floor seats, no? All right. I wouldn't be able to accept them, but I understand there are some very talented lawyers might help me around that ethical problem, should he show up. The second disclosure is this. So earlier today, I came here, I wrote my script, my remarks. I got here, and one of the students said, hey, you can make it better if you run it through AI. ChatGPT can take it to that next level. So I haven't seen it yet since it's been through AI, but I'm assured that it's, there's just a couple changes just in word choice. So let me begin. Friends, Romans, countrymen. I have a dream. Wait a second. Hang on. All right, let me rephrase. All right, my message to our graduates today is actually this. Dream big and chase those dreams with joy, but always be open to the purpose that life ultimately reveals. I'm going to explain. First, this October, I'm going to my 40th high school reunion. That means that I've been at a high school for 40 years. A tough admission. A lot of you know what I'm talking about. Don't act shocked. I guarantee you that when I go, my classmates are going to be absolutely shocked to learn the path my life has taken. And if they learn that I'm on the Court of Appeal, a lot of eyebrows will raise, a lot of heads will be scratched, and a lot of people will be saying, Smiley? Because the high school Charles Smiley was somebody completely different. The Call of Duty thing might have existed if it was available back then. But in high school, though, I didn't have any idea what I wanted to do, or even what interested me in terms of a career. All I knew is I wanted to be a millionaire by the time I was age 30. Any of you feel the same way? I didn't know how. I just knew that that was my goal. Maybe I'd either own a restaurant or a nightclub. Those were kind of my two ideas. I like music, and my first job had me scooping ice cream cones over at the Santa Monica Pier in Los Angeles. So I figure I had some expertise in both areas. But dreaming big is important, but don't be impatient. So I started out my quest to become a millionaire in small steps. In addition to scooping ice cream, I did a whole bunch of customer service type jobs. And after I graduated from college and thought I was a bit of a hotshot with a degree under my belt, I found that the market had shrunk. There were no jobs. So I found myself circling ads in the paper, looking for different door-to-door salesman gigs. Not what I expected. None of that was bringing me closer to being the Warren Buffett I had imagined in my mind. And Warren Buffett is a rich, you guys know. All right, some of these references, you talk to your parents on the way home, okay? I'll tell you one story. So I was a barista. I was looking for work, couldn't find anything. But I was able to find a job working, making espresso at this hotel downtown Oakland. And so I go in, I get the job, I apply. And somewhere in the first week of employment, I'm cutting some lemons, and I cut my finger so deep, I bled all over the entire cafe. They fired me at my next shift. And I was totally bummed, deflated. I have a college degree, I can't even hold down a job as a barista, are you kidding me? And I'm walking home, kicking rocks, head down. When I look up and I see a help wanted sign, and I go in, and the person says, are you here for the bartending gig? I'm like, yeah. He says, well, have you ever bartended before? No. I thought, well, there goes that. And the next question was, can you start tonight? You never know where these opportunities are going to come from. Had I not walked up there kicking rocks, And that kept me going. You know, I was in survival mode back then. I had not much of a family cushion at that point in my life. And over time, poverty brought me to higher education. So after completing college, I knew I wanted to do something more because I was working really hard for other people to benefit. And I didn't feel like I was getting ahead. So I bartended at night. I worked at Guitar Center during the day. All this is in Oakland. And I'd get up at I'd be at work at like 8 o'clock in the morning at Guitar Center for a sales meeting. We opened at 9 o'clock. And then I'd run from there home, grab a bite to eat, and I'd go to the Caribbean Dance Club. Anyone knows the Caribbean in Oakland? Oh yeah, I was there Thursday night, reggae night, no, salsa, Friday night dance hall, Saturday hip hop. Those were good times. We're gonna talk later on. But I'd have to break down and clean up at 2:30 a.m. So yeah, I'm making a little money, have a little money in my pocket. I can afford a little studio around the lake, but I'm struggling. My buddy Kevin had to bring a big crate of top ramen to my house because he thought I was struggling. He was right. I didn't want to admit it, but he was right. Okay, back to the script. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall. In 1989, I should mention, the Berlin Wall did fall. It was, and the world witnessed the total collapse of an entire governmental system. So I want to talk a bit about failure, because when we talk about success and marching towards whatever your success will be in life, failure is a huge part of it, and you need to know that. You need to accept it and embrace it. As individuals, we hope for the best for ourselves, for our families, for our communities, but there are different ways of looking at hope. Some people sit back and use hope as something passive, as a wish that they hope comes true, you know, and I wish that things would be better, and let's leave it to chance. But some people see hope as a discipline to be worked on and cultivated. There is a graduate of this institution nearby, Angela Glover Blackwell, who says, hope is cultivated by transforming a vision for a fair and just society into real world results. So if you're sitting here today and you don't know what you want to do, let me submit that as a starting point. Hope is cultivated by transforming your vision for a fair and just society into real world results. We need you all now more than ever. And I mentioned that failure is an integral part of success. You can't fear from it. Dream big, dare to fail. We learn from our own mistakes, we learn from the mistakes of others, and that's what makes us stronger. In my own life, I've made plenty of mistakes. But first, I should tell you, my job right now, I study mistakes. I make a lot of money, actually, looking at other people's mistakes. That's the reason the Court of Appeal exists. If someone goes to trial, they get a result they don't like, they send it on up to Smiley. We want you to review the work of the trial court to see whether or not it was fair, whether or not the law was followed, whether or not the facts as interpreted by the jury or the judge match with what the law requires. And so I get cases, I review a record, which is everything that happened in the trial court, and then I do my best to apply the law to make sure fairness happened at that lower court. So I'm not the judge you see every day when you go to court for small claims, traffic, whatever the case may be. I'm a judge in a different place, sitting in front of a computer. There's no noise, except for the crickets and the tumbleweed down the hallway. It is a lonely job, but it is super exciting because the issues are really exciting and the lives of people jump off the pages. So in my personal life, I mentioned I failed a lot. I did try to start a nightclub in Los Angeles. We called it cauchemar. Does anyone speak French? Cauchemar is a French word. It means nightmare. And it turns out that that was a very telling name because cauchemar didn't last very long. We had talked a bar into letting us bring a DJ in one night, and we convinced them that we can increase their sales and everything. Great plan on paper, great DJ, but we couldn't pull it off. In fact, the first night, I did it with some buddies. Our parents showed up. Now, a hip hop club where your parents show up is not cool. So it was a cauchemar, and the bar owners woke us up from our misery shortly thereafter. I didn't realize it then, though, but all these customer service jobs, all these different enterprises that took spectacular nosedives, and there were others. Back then, on my march to become a millionaire by 30, I saw those as defeats, as failures, as I'm not progressing in the way that I should be. But from where I sit now and looking back, I see that these were all important building blocks that helped me in everything that I've done since. If you are interested in the law, and by the way, you should be, because you are fantastic. If you are interested, it's a service industry. So you become a lawyer, you're not some highfalutin, partner in a corner office immediately. Your first responsibility is to the Constitution and to your client. It's a service industry. I learned more waiting tables and getting screamed at renting cars at Enterprise Rent-A-Car than all that helped me much more than law school when it came time to represent folks when I was a public defender, representing criminal defendants or the folks who were accused of crimes. So whatever you end up doing, whatever you're doing now, know that it is a part of building towards the greatness that definitely awaits. And I'm excited for you. So don't regret, and I don't regret any of my past experiences. I want to talk a little bit about joy, because that's a part of that initial statement. First, my script says, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. JFK said that in 1961. The statement I started out with was, remember, dream big and chase those dreams with joy, but always be open to the purpose life reveals. I want to focus on the joy part of that statement because it is a component of success. And here, I'll abbreviate this script just to tell you, joy is itself a direction. It's not a destination. It should line your path the whole way. You have to learn to enjoy the struggle, enjoy the progress as it's happening, the setbacks too. It's only making you stronger. And although we can't see it, that is definitely what's happening. But it makes no sense to wait until you've actually achieved something to sit back and finally experience joy. Every day should be a part of your joy, and you should make it a part of your practice to figure out what brings you joy and to pursue it. When I think of the joy in my own life, one of the things I love about my job is, although when I go to work, everything's very serious. When I was a lawyer, people's lives were on the line. In the trial court, entire roomfuls of people just like this were looking to me to make decisions on the fly that would affect people's lives, sometimes profoundly. And in the Court of Appeal, everything is transparent. Everything's written in an opinion that the world can see. That work is very serious. So I find my joy in figuring out where can I be creative? Where can I be helpful? Where can I do things that make me feel good beyond the work? Some of it is very depressing because of the nature of the cases that we get. And so some of the things I've tried to do are I'm going to share this with you just to give you an idea of the creativity that you can find in your own lives. So for example, when I'm working in juvenile hall in Alameda County, I quickly learned that we would summon young people to court and they'd have to come because there's a summons. Otherwise, we're going to send the sheriff to come get you. You're summoned to court. But for some reason, we hadn't realized that when we summons some young people to court, they were missing free breakfast or free lunch at school. And realizing that when I started this leadership position over there, I went with some other judges and said, hey, we need to do something about this and we can't wait. And we decided we were going to pay for it ourselves. And so we created a meal program so that if you were summoned to court, you were eating. No one's going to miss a meal. And it was so popular that the government, Alameda County government, picked it up through social services and probation. Didn't have to do that. Kindness isn't in the law anywhere. But there are always spaces for you to be your best self and to help other people. My last assignment before I went on the Court of Appeal was working in the criminal courts. And if you've ever spent any time sitting in a criminal court, you know all sorts of stuff happens and all sorts of people come through. But that didn't stop us from setting up a bookshelf, putting books on it, putting food on it, because a lot of people coming through, they don't know where their next meal is coming from. A lot of people are very hungry by the time they get to us. On the Thursday calendar, I knew we had to have food because the money that their payee gave folks on Monday ran out on Wednesday. So people are hurting. There's real life happening all around us. But if we can have books so that a parent can take something home to a young person and read to them, well, that's special. And that has nothing to do with finding somebody guilty or not guilty or making some type of order. That's just being human. That's what you all have an opportunity to do. And you certainly don't have to be a judge to do any of that stuff. It's just a matter of figuring out where you can be you and share something with the people around you. I could try to say more about it, but I did find a quote from the late Pope Francis, who died in April, and he said it best. I want to share this with you. I think it's important to take with you. Rivers do not drink their own water. Trees do not eat their own fruit. The sun does not shine on itself, and flowers do not spread their fragrance for themselves. Living for others is a rule of nature. We are all born to help each other, no matter how difficult it is. Life is good when you are happy, but much better when others are happy because of you. That was kind of heavy. My script next says, read my lips. No new taxes. They say that there are only two things we can count on, death and taxes. Everything else is subject to change. And so the next thing I want to talk to our graduates about is change, because it's an important skill to figure out how to adapt to change. And that's what will make you successful, because change is happening all the time, good and bad. When I show up to the 40th reunion, I'm not going to be the millionaire I hoped I would be by 30. But I'm happy with the changes that have occurred in my life, none of which I anticipated. And if you had asked Charles Smiley from high school, and I did participate in mock trial, I was a witness, and I was nowhere near as good as you guys. In fact, my testimony had me in the bathroom overhearing a conversation about a kid who was about to get in the car and drive drunk. And I was stuck on, why do I have to be in the bathroom? This is kind of embarrassing. I was horrible. But when I talk to my friends, I'm going to be happy. The changes that have occurred in my life are completely unanticipated. And the person I was in high school, you would have looked at me and had a whole bunch of thoughts, but none of them would have put me in government. I'm giving you some hints here. And none of you would have put me in a position of leadership. That just wasn't who I was at that time. But things happened, things I couldn't anticipate. And a lot of it had to do with just saying yes to opportunity and not divorcing myself from being out there in the world. People asked me to speak somewhere. A lot of times I would say no. Public speaking is scary. You're all about to do it in a few minutes. And you did it at your mock trials expertly. These are skills you will take with you. Say yes as much as possible to opportunity, because you never know who's going to come knocking, who's going to see you and say, I see value in what you did. Those speakers the alumni who've been to the program, did you notice what great speakers they are? They got up here and did their thing. Kari's at Berkeley Law, insane. I can see a future like that for each of you. And I'm excited because I know an amazing future awaits each of you. You don't know it yet. And there's no way for us to figure out what that's going to look like. But you're going to be making a lot of choices as time goes on. And I'm excited for where that's going to take you. But some of the choices will build character. Some of them will bring you joy. Other places you'll have to find your own joy. But all of them will refine your values in life. And I know that you guys are going to be great, because I had an opportunity to witness this group. Last week I presided over one of the mock trials and got to see some of the graduates as attorneys, some of them as witnesses. Uniformly, they were all excellent, did a tremendous job. The attorneys had an amazing, where's my man? Just an amazing ear for objections, which is not supposed to happen at your age. I teach at the Berkeley Law, and you could be in the class tomorrow and do very well. I mean, I was super impressed with all of you. The job that you guys did was just tremendous. The witnesses came well prepared, internalized their characters, gave the attorneys a tough time, which I was glad to see. They weren't, but I was happy to see it. And what I really liked was that they were so really invested in it. If I had not been present, I strongly feel like it would have gone to fisticuffs a couple times. That means fight. You guys, you can laugh at this stuff. It's okay, all right? If we were in court, some of you would be remanded. All right. So let me get to my conclusion here. CYDL, all this is to say, CYDL is amazing. We need programs like this. And this, of course, this program is really something. I mean, I just love the work that Nancy Schiff does. Can I get an amen on that? Nancy's amazing. The alumni here speaks to how amazing this program is. The volunteer efforts of our leadership group, absolutely amazing. The staff and the folks who spent their summer, and all of you who chose to spend an entire summer doing internships and working on yourselves in ways that are going to help polish up those college applications, but also are giving you some tools that you'll be using in school, because you guys are going to be a step ahead of folks when it comes to public speaking, critical thinking, and all these other things that you've had a chance to touch over the summer. So I'll close with this. I wish I had CYDL in my life, and maybe if I did, it would be true that Barack Obama would have my picture in his bathroom. The only thing we have to fear is fear. So I didn't turn out to be a millionaire at age 30 or 40 or 17 years. If you're a Lincoln fan, you know that's a reference. That's 57, that's how old I am now. And I'm not a millionaire. Sorry, honey. That's my wife, who volunteered to take pictures today. But I still feel rich, of course, for a whole bunch of reasons. I have a career I enjoy. It's intellectually stimulating. It allows me to engage in public service in a super interesting way that I find fulfilling. And of course, I get incredible opportunities to meet people who I can say are the future and who hold great value for our community. So whatever you end up doing in life, I hope you don't bring your talents somewhere else. I hope you at least give a shot to Contra Costa County, Alameda County, to keep your talents at home so that we get to benefit from all your great work. I want to thank the family members who are present and who support these young people and towards their march towards excellence and being millionaires at age 30. And I want to thank all of our guests for attending tonight, and congratulations to our amazing graduates.
All right, let's give it up again for Justice Smiley. Woo! Y'all see how he stayed the course, you know, and now he's somebody's judge. So yes. So now it's time for us to present the certificates for the Summer Legal Fellowship Program Class of 2025. Y'all can clap, don't be scared. Yeah. So the graduates will receive certificates for completing the program, and they will also each receive their own pocket constitution, which I didn't know still existed today. But all right, so the certificates will be presented by summer program staff, Alcian Lindo, Spencer Pritchard, and Asacia Sessions. Yeah, all right, okay.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Spencer Pritchard. I am a teacher at Berkeley High, one of the co-leads of the African American Studies Department, and it is my pleasure for the second year to teach the Race, Supreme Court, and Constitution course to these brilliant young people. So, very excited to present our first certificate, Princess Agyapan.
Hi, everyone. I want to be nervous, but I guess I'm number one, so I have to keep the team going. So I am very grateful, first of all, to God for being here and for life. And then I'm also very grateful to Miss Judith. Please, if you can wave. She's been very amazing to me. And when I figured out I wanted to go to law school or pursue law as a career, I didn't know where to get a head start. She introduced this program to me, and then she has been so amazing. And then also she has done so many other things for me that through her guidance, I am starting UC San Diego this fall. And thank you, guys. I also want to say thank you to Miss Nancy for her guidance as well. She has been truly amazing. And to all the teachers at CYDL, I am very grateful to have learned under you. Thank you.
Next, we have Elmer Ache.
Well, I have wrote this about 3 days ago, so okay. Thank you for this certificate. It means a lot because when I was 12, I dreamed of become president of the United States, and I knew I couldn't just wait and do until the year. So in middle school, I started advocating for students and trying to bring new ideas, do proposals for my middle school, so I can make a difference. I didn't accomplish that in middle school or during the 3 years in my high school. But every time I ran for student body president, I changed. I become a better leader because of this program by getting the chance to hear other people's and other students' perspectives. And I believe that that really changed me as a leader. Someone who, I'm a person who has a heart and has a passion of making a difference in this society and this political climate we're in. But this program helped me become more open-minded with other people and other students. So I want to say thank you to everyone, and including who is passing too. And one funny thing I would like to say is that I told my parents that I found my people because they talk about politics too. My school doesn't. Everyone says I'm sound like an adult. I shouldn't be in high school at that time. At that point, I meant. But maybe I do. But in this program, I found my voice. I want to say thank you to Nancy and all the teachers, and my parents for their love, and also if my manager for my intern is here, I want to say thank you to Margarita for being an amazing manager. And also, she's not here, but it would be nice if she was here. To Miss Inigas, because she's back in Hayward, who gave me a chance to be here and helped me to dream big. Thank you.
Next, we have Juan Barragan.
Well, I don't know what to say, but I want to say thank you very much to Ms. Nancy and to the CYDL staff for giving me more knowledge. I also want to be thankful for my parents for bringing me here every morning and for me to waking up every time. And I don't know what else to say, but I want y'all to accomplish your dreams and your goals, and that's it. Thank you.
Next, we have Ricardo Cisneros.
How I'm gonna follow those three, I don't know, but here goes. And until yesterday, I didn't know I was speaking, but the best thing I can do is speak about my life. So before this program, and I don't even know if Armand remembers me, he is the one who told me to go to this program, because I'm going into junior year, but in my math class, I had a substitute teacher, and since middle school, I have wanted to go into a law field, but I don't really know how to do that, right? All I know that I had a dream, but I didn't know how to pursue it. But one day, him as my substitute teacher, he was studying for his exam. I don't quite remember what exam it was, but he, thankfully, for the LSAT, yeah. And he let me practice with him. And when he realized that when he saw how interested I was, he offered me, or he told me to apply for this program. And from that day, I emailed Nancy, not knowing that I had to be a sophomore. And she told me, try again next year, kind of sad, but I tried again next year, and here I am. I love this program. It helped me further deepen my love for law. It taught me how to do what I want to do, careers, meet people who can help me go farther in life, provided me an internship at a law firm, taught me all types of things that I didn't know before I got to this program. I love all the teachers here. I love my parents who helped me do this opportunity. My dad and my mom, they both helped me in numerous ways this past summer. And I want to say thank you for everyone being here, especially the teachers and Nancy. Thank you.
Next, we have Emilion Finesse.
Okay, so I'm gonna start this off as I want to thank my art teacher who chased me around the school with a microphone, blasting "This Is My Fight" song so I could join this program. And I want to thank all of the teachers and staff who worked with us. This has been the greatest month and a half ever. I enjoyed every second of it. My supervisor at my internship, Miss Locke, she was so supportive and really made me want to work in an office, which is no. But I'm grateful for my parents who would have full-on argue matches about our our trial studies. And everyone else, all of my friends that I made here, I'm grateful I met such a great group of people. And even though we're constantly arguing with each other, I am really glad that I had this opportunity to, meet everyone. And, I appreciate it a lot.
Next, we have Sandy Funes.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sandy. I also didn't know we were supposed to have a speech, but I hope everything that I learned in this program will be to use, and never be afraid to say yes to something. That is something that we should be told over and over again. That's something that I constantly forget. But just go for it. You're never too young. You're never too old. Just go for it. You're in the moment. There is no other life. This is this one. And you just take what you can do. And thank you for the opportunity I was given.
Next, we have Angela Hernandez.
Hello, everyone. I didn't also know I was going to make a speech. I thought it was optional, so I thought I was going to have to just give this. Turns out I don't. But coming here and being able to have this opportunity, thanks to my counselor, Pullman, for giving me this opportunity to come here, was, I think, the best decision I ever made. It definitely made me come out of my comfort zone. I got to meet a lot of new people and make greater connections, have better understanding of what I want to do in the future. And I definitely want to agree with what Nancy said, say yes to opportunities, and definitely take every opportunity you can to make connections and connect with more people.
Ooh, I don't usually like my voice on a mic, but we'll do this. How we doing this evening, everyone? Ooh, thank y'all, the response. So again, my name is Asacia Session. Outside of CYDL, I am a program manager for a nonprofit youth social justice organization. I had the pleasure of teaching the mock trial course for the third year in a row. I have a blast every year doing this program, but this year in particular was a lot of fun. I would say y'all were super special. I appreciate y'all for all the engagement, and I will just echo a lot of the things that Judge Smiley shared about how well y'all did. I was very impressed. Okay, without further ado, I will go ahead and continue our statements. I have Eileen Hernandez.
Well, hi again, everyone. I made my speech so last moment. It literally came out of my mind, but I just want to say that I'm really grateful that I'm here and standing here with these people that I get to know through this summer. I wish I could get to know every single one of y'all differently, but it was really fun to talk, to have a conversations with y'all, especially finding out that I have the same hobby, just like baking with someone. No, it was really fun. But it was really hard for me to get out of my comfort zone and talk to people because I'm like, I want to be by myself. I want to talk to people. I'm scared. But I'm happy that I get to this program. Especially, I want to say thank you to Nancy for making sure that even and for me personally, wanted to pursue law when I was younger, but now I want to pursue into medical field. But I want to say thank you for this opportunity to give me a chance to see what is law about and how like everything like especially the people around here. It was like really I was really happy to see that there's people who really are into this. So thank you, y'all.
All right, next we have Eddie Hogan.
Hello, everyone. I love this program, truly. In the 2 months I spent here as a intern, I loved every second of it, right? And one of the things I love the most about this program is knowledge. I believe that, especially as minorities, most of us all in this room, knowledge is the most powerful tool we can have by far, right? And it's just the fact that this program gives you so much knowledge. It links into what I want to do and what I aspire to be in life. It's funny story. One night I was on the phone late, I think avoiding homework, putting it off. I was talking to one of my closest friends, Cammy. I was going on and on about all the problems I have about our system, how I feel like we don't get represented, how our school system is set up, and just everything. I was going on and on. And I was saying, I wish someone would change it. And she said, if you want change, why not do it yourself? I didn't have anything to say about that because she was right. And since I had that conversation with her, I knew I always wanted to do something in my community. I want to become a politician so I could be the one to make that change for all of us. Fast forward to when I get in this program, I was actually having doubts about becoming a politician. I didn't think I can do it, honestly. I didn't think I had what it takes. But two things inspired me. One, Nancy, thank you. I have conversations with her when we got out, and she just encouraged me to follow my dreams. Another thing that really inspires me is when my wonderful manager, see him right there, Mr. Tony Lawson, right? He took me and my coworker, Angela, to a meeting. It was very interesting. It's it was a city council meeting where people can talk up, voice their concerns about things they have, worries and problems, issues they have about our community. And one of the things that shocked me so much is how ignorant we were. Everyone who went up except for one was us, black and brown people. And it was, honestly, it was really sad to see how ignorant a lot of those people are. And that's why I loop this back into CDL. We need programs like this that gives us knowledge like this to put people of color in spaces to where our system didn't want us to be in. And it's just, like I said, this program is so special because, I mean, it's like, look, they're giving us a mini constitution. If you may be surprised, but a lot of people don't even know what the First Amendment right is. The fact that this program is teaching so many people of color, getting so many people of color engaged with law. You don't have to go to law school or anything like that to know your rights. And the fact that this program is teaching us that is truly something special. We need more programs like this, honestly. And obviously, huge shout out to Nancy, all the staff that put their time and energy into all of us, all the donators that make all of this possible, and just everyone. Just thank you to everyone, the program.
Clock that T. Thank you, Eddie. Okay, next we have Devon Jackson.
I just want to say thank you to Nancy for giving me this opportunity. Even though I don't really like talk that much in the program, I did have fun. And I want to thank my mom for everything because she been a main one waking me up in the morning talking about you need to go to that internship. I wish I could do that when I was younger, so I'm just happy that my mom woke me up every morning and brought me here. And my little sister came in my room and irritated me, but yeah, I thank the staff too. Y'all was very nice. I enjoyed the program. And I don't know if my internship uh, supervisor is here, but I want to thank her too because she was very nice and I had fun. And I love the Chipotle that they brought us. So thank you guys.
Okay, next we have Susasia Jones.
I, I, I want to give thanks to Nancy for giving me the opportunity to do this program. I want to give a big thanks to Mr. Pritchard for even mentioning this program to me, and I want to give a bigger thanks to my grandma for being my biggest supporter.
All right, up next we have Natalie Wan.
Um, I'm actually really scared, but I just want to say thank you to Nancy for giving me this opportunity, being able to experience what it's like to go through law. Sorry, I'm emotional. Um, my biggest thank you is to my parents and all their sacrifices. They're my big supporters, and I don't know where I would be without them. I'm sorry. I want to say thank you to the staff. Thank you for all the opportunities. And may my parents' sacrifices be worth everything in life. And I really just do love them. So thank you to everyone for showing up.
All right, next we have Rajay Malone.
I want to say thank you to myself because I applied and no one told me about this internship. I found it myself. I also want to thank Nancy because obviously she accepted me. I don't want to sound cocky, but like, kind of knew I was getting in here. So, but it was really nice to meet people smarter than me because it really opened my eyes to like different knowledge, like Eddie and Millie. Like, I really appreciate y'all. Y'all are real smart. Y'all like definitely opened my eyes. And I met like new people because no one here is from my school. So I met new people and I made like new acquaintances. And I'm just really grateful for this program. And I also want to thank Miss Tatiana because she's definitely my favorite teacher. And I really enjoyed her presence. And yeah, thank everyone.
All right, next we have Nayeli Morales.
Oh my gosh, hi everyone.
I want to say thank you to everyone from like this program. Shout out to CYDL, especially Nancy for accepting me. Honestly, I really had a fun summer. This was like one of the best summers I ever had. I really enjoyed every moment of it, being here at my internship site. Shout out to them too, because they would always buy us food. And I really enjoyed and I learned a lot from them too. Sorry, this part is going to be in Spanish, pero le quiero dar gracias a mis padres por todo lo que hacen para nosotros, para todos los sacrificios. Yeah, yeah, I did this for them, for my parents. Thank you.
Okay, last and certainly not least, I have Elizabeth Moreno.
Good evening, everyone. I wanted to take a moment to appreciate Nancy and all the educators at CDYL for sharing their inspiring insight on the law. I also want to say thank you to UC Legal for allowing me to grow personally and professionally in their office. Throughout this program, I made friendships and connections that I will cherish for the rest of my life and career. But beyond the professionalism and connections I gained from this program, I was able to realize the legal field I would like to pursue. Y gracias a mis padres por apoyarme con todo, estoy aquí por ustedes. Thank you.
All right, and I've got the final group here, starting with Wang Nguyen.
Hello, hello. Good evening, guys. I just want to say thank you to Miss Nancy for accepting me, obviously, because like without this internship, I wouldn't learn anything about like the real world out there. But like again, I just want to say thank you to all the staff for helping me, like learning about like the Constitution, the social studies, and like the mock trial, and etc. But today, I want to give a special thanks to all of you guys. Before coming here, I didn't know anyone at all. Like I didn't know Juan, I didn't know Diana. Even though we go to the same school, I didn't know about them. But like throughout this program, I get to know more of each and everyone here. You know, from the first day going here, I thought, like just going to the internship, not talking to them, that's it. Right? Right? But no. But as time go along, I get to like go hang out with like many people, like Steven and Gabby and other people, right? We got tacos yesterday, watching the movie. None of those stuff would happen. Like that's what I thought from the first day, but it did happen. I mean, you can take the call. You can take the call. But I just want to say, right after this program, don't be a stranger to each other. If you see someone outside, like let's say like at Chipotle, go say hi to them. Like don't just ignore them. Go say hi and ask them how's it going. And yeah, that's what I want to say. Thank you, everyone.
Stephen Nguyen.
Good evening, everyone. I was gonna chat GPT my speech. I'm serious because I have no imagination. But yeah, thank you to everyone, all the staff, all the mentors. You guys really impacted my life. Like I'm serious about that. I'm not crying. I'm not sensitive. But yeah, no, this is kind of awkward for me to stand up here. I never really had public speaking skills, and I think this internship really taught me a lot of skills. like public speaking and just legal knowledge. I got nothing else. I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah, thank you.
Next, we have Rochelle Pimentel.
Oh, okay. I didn't really know how to do a speech, but I just want to say thank you to Nancy and to like all the staff here for like. I just want to say thank you to Nancy and like to all the staff for like doing this and like helping us learn more about law. I want to say thank you to like everyone I met here, Millie, because without y'all, I quite literally would just be sitting in a corner alone. And lastly, I want to say thank you to my parents, because without them, I wouldn't be here. Yeah.
Amy Sanchez.
Um, I just want to say thank you to Nancy for giving me the amazing opportunity to be a part of this amazing program. Thank you to all of the teachers and all of the staff for teaching us lessons that don't just apply to a classroom, but to our everyday lives. Thank you to my supervisor for guiding me and supporting me and helping me through at my time during my internship. And lastly, well, not lastly, thank you to my parents and my family. And lastly, thank you to everyone that I met here and all of the friends that I made here. Y'all are great.
Gabriela Segura Macias.
I would like to thank Nancy and the CDYL teachers for helping me not only grow this summer, but develop work and interpersonal skills. Also for creating a memorable summer, as well as my internship supervisor, Seema. She's unfortunately not here today, but thank you for the valuable lessons and experience I got in immigration services, which is what I want to go into. At PARS Equality Center, I appreciate your guidance and support. Fremont PARS team has become my new family, thanks to this internship. And of course, I want to thank my parents for supporting me in everything I do, constantly pushing me for greatness and reminding me that I have no limits to my success. I want to thank you guys for making it as memorable as everything, creating friendships that I will never forget, and I would love to stay connected as well. Thank you guys.
Mia Surratt.
I would love to say thank you to Nancy for accepting my application. I hounded Pritchard to send me all the details when I first found out about this internship. And I would love to say thank you to all the teachers who furthered my gratitude and my knowledge all about being in this program. And of course, I have to say thank you to my parents, my mom, my dad, for collaborating to get me here every single day and hearing me talk about this mock trial for days and listening to all the theories that I had, and to all my family who supported me endlessly, and to Max. Thank you.
Elijah Turner.
I would like to say thank you to God and my family, the people here with the baby. A special thank you to Mrs. Seisha for helping me find my phone when I lost it this one day. And Mr. Pritchard as well, he's always working with me. I have a few people here from my internship. Michael Wilson, he's a big donor here. I don't know if you guys can see him. Michael Wilson, stand up, please. There you are. Thank you for helping me with all you did. Um, a lot of people that when we first on our first day here, we were nervous to speak to each other, and us being nervous will never get us anywhere. We will never be able to network. We'll never be able to speak in a courtroom, and that's what I want this to be about, is to be confident. Be confident in yourself and anything you can do, and anything you put your mind to. If you're confident on it, you can do it. Thank you.
Alvaro Villarán Cruz.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Alvaro, obviously, and I would like to thank everyone, especially the teachers, for giving me this opportunity, and especially Miss Nancy Schiff. Um, the site where I was placed is La Raza Centro Legal, and I got to learn a lot of things about that. I really appreciate immigration and immigration work. It's really essential, and I think it's really important, especially this time and age. And because language barrier exists, se los diré en español también. Aprecio a toda mi familia, aprecio a todos los maestros que me enseñaron todo este verano y también aprecio el lugar de donde trabajé. La raza centro legal me enseñó mucho. Me enseñó que en este tiempo hay un presidente que no nos quiere, que no quiere a la gente hispana, que no quiere a la gente que se ve de mi color. Y quisiera agradecerlo otra vez porque obviamente es una experiencia única y aunque mis papás no pudieron llegar hoy, está aquí mi hermana y mi hermana siempre me apoya.
And last but certainly not least, Ashley Zermeno.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. May I just start with one thing that is very obvious? Whoever coordinated the order, thank you for saving the very best for the very last. And I have a grand personality. Let me just start by saying that. I don't know if it's noticeable. But I do remember my freshman year when one teacher, which was my Spanish teacher, horrible, but I remember he told me, you should be a lawyer when you grow older. And that's why I'm here. That's exactly why I'm here, because I am very stubborn, I'm very hard-headed, and I don't take no for an answer. I never have, and I never will. And I speak in front of you guys so comfortably because I love expressing my opinions, and I love being able to present myself to everyone here, and I have a few words to say. I do not wish you guys an easy life. And before you guys get offended, I know that each and every one of you in front of me is capable of these challenges and is capable of having these challenges not affect them. And you are all capable of having these challenges make you grow as a person, make you think better, and also help you become the best version of yourselves. So after this program has ended, I got to meet amazing people that I will have a nice connection to. And not only that, if I was not close with you, I do know that all of you guys were very wonderful, and I'm very grateful that I got to meet each and every one of you. And as for the family members, friends that came here today, thank you for taking the time to show appreciation to every one of us, because it took us a really hard time to get to where we are now. And I have nothing else to say. Thank you.
All right, so are y'all ready for some money talk now? I don't know about y'all, but I like money. All right. So our next presentation is in honor of the Honorable Henry Ramsey Jr. Memorial Scholarship Award. Um, so Judge Henry Ramsey Jr., who passed away in 2014, played a monumental role in the development and success of the Center for Youth Development through law. He had served as a judge in Alameda County, a professor at Berkeley Law, and a dean of the Howard University School of Law, HU. That's for my friends that are all Howard grads. So Judge Ramsey was he was a founding board member of CYDL, and over the course of 15 years, he served in just about every role that exists in our organization: a donor, fundraiser, recruiter, volunteers, mock trial coach, and a mock trial judge. And during his life, Judge Ramsey generously endowed a scholarship fund designated for scholarships for those who participate in the Summer Legal Fellowship Program. We are grateful to his wife, Dr. Eleanor Mason, put some respect on her name, Ramsey. Is she here tonight? No? Okay. For continuing this scholarship to benefit our program graduates. And this evening, we're honored that a member of the Ramsey family is here to present the Ramsey Award. No, they're not. I am here to present the Ramsey Award. Okay, yes. So these awards provide scholarship funds for 2 outstanding graduates of the Summer Legal Fellowship Program. And I'm honored to present those awards tonight. So the Honorable Henry Ramsey Jr. Memorial Education Support Award of $500 goes to, let's get a drum roll in the house. All right, keep it going. Andrea Luna Rivera. Come on, Andrea. All right, come on. So Andrea is a 2023 Summer Legal Fellowship Program graduate. She graduated from Skyline High School in Oakland, and this fall she will be attending UC Davis and plans to major in political science and economics. She will pursue law school and will be running for political office, maybe even one day president. All right. Here you go, Andrea. You can stand right here and take a picture. All right, so that was the first scholarship. We got one more in honor of Henry Ramsey Jr. This $1,000 scholarship goes to, drum roll please. That's a weak drum roll. Drum roll please. All right. Zarina Guidry. Oh, she's here, okay. How do you say your last name? Guidry, Zarina Guidry. And so Zarina participated in the Summer Legal Fellowship Program in 2024, and she graduated from Skyline High School as well. And she will begin her studies at UC Irvine this fall. Yeah. Where she plans to major in criminology. Her ultimate goal is to learn and teach ways to reduce crime and minorities, I cringe at that word, I'm sorry, communities like the one she come from. All right, Zarina, here's your certificate, and if you can stand right here and take a picture. All right, so some more money talk. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? All right. Now it's time for the Friedman Family Special Achievement Awards, which will be presented by Tatiana Church, who is an alumna of the 2007, wow, I was in elementary school, Summer Legal Fellowship Program. Tatiana is a restorative practices professional working with the Oakland Unified School District. We are immensely fortunate that she had made time to teach the restorative justice and communication skills curriculum in our summer program. This is her 8th year teaching in the program and sharing her knowledge and wisdom with each cohort. Come on, Tatiana.
Thank you ever so kindly. Good evening, everyone. It's so nice to be back. I took a couple of summers off. I can't believe it's been 8 summers. That's That's a lot of summers. And 2007 was a long time ago. Um, and I think all of you know that if you are a student here tonight, I'm so, so proud of you all. But if you are a parent, if you are a sponsor, if you are connected to this program in any way and you're in the room, so you are, this program changes lives. It changed my life as a young person. And so now my daughter is in the back. This is my first time teaching as a parent this summer. So the 2 summers that I took off were because I had 2 of my own children. And it's beautiful to be able to come back. I appreciate how being a parent has informed my teaching. And I'm honored to be here with you all. Again, this program is about changing lives. Nancy is the glue to connecting young people to opportunities that would not be given without all of her tireless efforts. She is probably one of the most humble people that I've ever encountered. She never asks for any of the accolades, but she deserves it all because without the work that she's done for 25 years, we wouldn't be here tonight. And so I'm appreciative and I'm so honored to be able to give back and to continue doing that and to encourage this amazing group of young people to embark on their journeys because we know that they came to us great and they're leaving even greater and they're going to do amazing things in this world to make it a better place to live in. We all know we need that desperately. So without further ado, for these special awards, I just want to say a few things about Stanley Friedman and the huge hero to all of us that he is at CYDL. He was involved in the organization from the very beginning, 26 years ago, and has stayed involved ever since, serving as board chair for many years and generally giving his time and talent. Stan and his wife, Mary, donate extremely generously every year. Without those donations, these students can't get paid for the time and the effort and the work that they put in the summer. And they encourage others to do the same as well, to give. It's impossible to express how immensely grateful we all are to Stan and Mary for all that they do to sustain the CYDL program. We are also deeply grateful to all of Stan and Mary's children who generously endowed these awards in Stan and Mary's honor. They are Natalie Friedman and Harrison Pollock, Tamara Friedman and Dirk Husselman, and Noah Friedman and Katarina Negreen. If any of the Friedman family are in the audience, would you please stand so that we can take a moment to acknowledge who you are tonight? Thank you so much. Again, they may not be before you, they're in the back, but without them standing in the back, we can't come to the front, so thank you. The recipients of the Friedman Family Awards were chosen based on enthusiastic participation, positive attitude, and growth and improvement over the course of the summer. It was extremely hard to make these decisions because all of our students are excellent, but there were a special select few students that I want to take time to acknowledge tonight. And the first Special Achievement Award goes to Elmer Ache. Congratulations. The second Special Achievement Award goes to Emilion Finesse. Congratulations, my dear. Third Special Achievement Award this evening goes to Regé Malone. Come on, Regé. She just had such an expression of shock on her face, and I just want to say that this young lady earned it. She leaned into the discomfort this summer and really pushed herself, and you deserve this Special Achievement Award. I'm so proud of you. The next student I want to acknowledge for this Special Achievement Award is Huang Nguyen. Yes, you, sir. Come on up. Another shock student to be receiving special achievement. Congratulations. And the last Student Special Achievement Award this evening goes to Mia Sarad. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I really appreciated the parent appreciations. Those are so important. Thank you all for supporting your children and for seeing them do amazing things. Thank you, everyone, and I'm going to pass it back to our ceremonies.
All right, so our next presentation will be that of the Maxine Auerbach, yes, Memorial Scholarship Award. And I believe this is the scholarship award I got when I was an alumni of 2013. But yes, presenting this award will be program alum Sherry Tan. And Sherry is an attorney with the firm of Kimball, Tyree, and St. John, LLP, and she generously gives back to CYDL as a member of our board of directors. We appreciate her dedication and coming all the way from the South Bay during rush hour to be here. Let's give it up for Sherry Tan.
Thank you, and congratulations to you all. The Maxine Auerbach Memorial Scholarship Award was founded by John Denver, a founding board member and longtime generous supporter for the Center for Youth Development through Law. John initiated this award to honor the memory of his first wife, Maxine Auerbach, who passed away in 1995. Maxine dedicated herself to justice throughout her entire life. Her first job was teaching elementary school, and she later became a lawyer who was a tireless advocate for the right of workers. Even when she became ill with cancer, she took the time to tutor a child in her neighborhood. Every year, Maxine's family and friends donate generously to support CYDL students. The law firm that Maxine worked for, Nahart, Anderson, Flynn, and Grosball, is an annual program sponsor. In memory of Maxine, this award provides a $1,000 educational scholarship to one student in each year's program who stands out with regards to academic excellence, participation, and leadership. I'm honored to present the 2025 Maxine Auerbach Memorial Scholarship Award to Gabriela Segura Maciel. Gabriela is a rising senior at Lionel Wilson Academy High School in Oakland, and in the 2025 summer program, she entered with PARS Equality Center. Thank you.
All right, I know y'all tired, so we about to wrap this thing up. But before we do, again, congratulations to the award recipients and to all the 2025 Summer Legal Fellowship Program graduates. Again, let's give them a hand clap. All right. All right, so we close our ceremony with remarks from Honorable Jesse Shea, a judge with Contra Costa County Superior Court. We are fortunate to have Judge Shea on the CYDL Board of Directors, where he has served for 6 years. More than that? Okay, okay. Everybody, let's give it up for Judge Shea.
Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Okay. All right, all right. Thank you all. So, just a few additional remarks. I know it's late, it's getting late. You all have been up all day working, going to school, and being a part of this internship, so I'll be as quick as I can. This is the 5th time that I've been at this graduation, and every time I come to this graduation, I think of 2 things after I'm done, besides the fact that the students every year blow me away, You all are exciting. You all are motivated. You're energetic. I had nowhere near the amount of energy or excitement about the law that you do. I think I was just playing video games. All right. But I think about two things. The first thing I think about is something that I think about every day as a judge in a criminal court, which is we are all the product of our experiences. And the second thing that I think about is that it takes a village. Let me talk about each one of those in turn. First, we are the product of our experiences. We become who we are because of the things that have happened to us, the things that people have said to us, the things that we have partaken in, and the things that we strive to do and challenge ourselves to do. Each one of these things is like a little nudge, I like to think of. A nudge sometimes goes in the right direction, nudge sometimes goes in the wrong direction, and over the course of someone's lifetime, you become a person through all of those nudges. Justice Smiley perhaps had many, many, many more nudges than some of you or some of us may have had, but he eventually got there through all those nudges, right? And the reason why I and many others on our board are part of this program and want to bring this program and support this program for you all is because we recognize that not everyone gets the right nudges. I would not be a judge on the Superior Court if someone did not give me that nudge. I never thought I wanted to be a judge. I barely even thought I wanted to be a lawyer for the most part until I got that nudge, right? And we are here and we bring this program to you because we realize what a big deal it is to have someone in your corner and to be pushing you. You all are here not only just because of yourselves, but because of the pushing of your parents and your supporters. Which brings me to my second point, which is that it takes a village. All of you are here not just by your own effort, your own work ethic, and your own motivation, but if you all turn around, all of our students just turn around and look at all the people in the room. Everyone here is your supporter. Everyone here is your village, whether it's a family member, a teacher, someone who's just willing to talk to you, someone who's just willing to be your mentor, or even guide you in the slightest of ways. They are your village, and I want to welcome you to this family, all right? Which means a number of things. One, don't be afraid to ask for help, all right? Nobody gets through this just by their bootstraps. Nobody gets through this or to where we are because just based on our own effort, right? Let me just take a moment to acknowledge a few things and a few people. Could I have the summer program staff please stand? Our summer program staff. Let's give a round of applause. Thank you so much. Now, could I please have our board of directors and anyone who's on the leadership council please stand? Thank you. All right. And I'm sure that's going to be the entire room, but I want to also give thanks, and I think you all should as well, for every person who has donated their time, their money, or whatever else that they may have to give to you to make this happen. All right, let's all give them a round of applause. Congratulations, welcome to the family, welcome to your community. Do not be afraid to ask for help, all right? All right, thank you.